You might have heard that cybersecurity is a game of cat and mouse, where the attackers are always coming up with new ways to ruin someone's day and the defenders are left playing catch-up. Well, the best defense is a good offense, and by practicing hacking, we can understand how to prevent these attacks. So today we're tackling Unicode Overflow and CSP bypass in a safe environment. This is a capture the flag challenge. We have a note-taking app, simple concept. You type in a note, save it, and it generates a link so you can view it. When we open it, we see a bunch of random numbers along our text. This is probably an ID, and it seems that every note generates its own string of numbers and letters. In fact, that is how we access specific notes, right here in the URL path. There's also a report button, but clicking it just gives us a boring reported message. Let's take a peek behind the curtains to see what the button actually does. Whoa! I'll save you the code jargon. Basically, when the report button is clicked, the associated note is processed by the bot. Who's the bot? This is the bot. The reported note is sent to the local server and is treated like its own web page and not just a text. He also has an admin token, which gives him privileged rights. So you have remote code execution and admin access, basically the perfect combination for an attack. The bot is just begging to be exploited. This means that if we just sneak some JavaScript in there, the bot will execute it. This is called XSS, cross-site scripting, and it's when you are able to execute your own JavaScript on a website without having the rights to do so. And a very common way to test for basic XSS is putting this payload into a text area. When an HTML page tries to display this section, it will be treated as JavaScript, and what's inside the script tag will be executed. In this case, an alert message should pop up at the top of the screen. When we save the note and view it, we can see that the text is not where it should be, and the promised alert message did not pop up either. Even looking at the HTML code, nothing is there. This isn't a coincidence. This means that the website is clearly filtering what we put in the text field. Why? Because the site has CSP. Don't mix it up with SCP, that's a different thing. This means it only allows JavaScript from a whitelist of trusted sources. So how can we go around this? Well, first of all, we can notice that the website interprets your written text as ASCII, which holds 1 byte of information, basically a number between 0 and 255, and each number corresponds to a character, number, or symbol. Obviously, we know that there are more than 255 characters in the world. I mean, there are so many languages with their own alphabets and quirks. To write all of them, we can use Unicode, which uses up to 4 bytes to store a specific number. If we give the website a Unicode character like this one, for example, the website will treat this as 2 separate bytes, because it thinks this is an ASCII character. And when we open the note, those bytes are read as capital B and the less than symbol. Okay, so we can now inject a script tag, but it still won't run JavaScript from just anywhere. There's still the CSP rule that only allows scripts from trusted domains. One of those domains is Cloudflare, which has its own services of executing JavaScript through Angular. Essentially, we're telling the website, hey, I didn't write this JavaScript, your friend Cloudflare did, while whispering in Cloudflare's ear of what code it should write. Do this only if you have permission from the website. This is the payload that we will send as a note. Let's break it down. This part opens a script tag with Unicode characters. This part turns to Cloudflare, and then this part will ask the bot, who is an admin, to kindly collect all of the stored links on the website server and send it to a remote server that we have access to. We're doing this to find any extra notes that can be accessed by knowing their ID. You might be thinking, what the hell? I need my own server for this too? No. There are free online services that can host your very own webhook URL, like this one. Just click a button, copy the URL, and this tool will listen to any request that comes in. Save the note and report it so that the bot executes it. We can see a bunch of requests, and in them is encoded information. Let's open CyberChef to decode this from base64, and we get a link to a note ID. Now, if we try to access this note on the website, it says it is forbidden, like some sort of ancient artifact. But remember, we have access to an admin bot, so let's write a new payload and give it some new instructions. This time, just to send the contents of this specific note to the same remote server that we control. And when we decode the gibberish, we can see the flag. I'm not gonna lie, this challenge was quite complicated, but it shows just how much an attacker can manipulate the code even when there are measures put in place against it. To recap, Unicode Overflow lets us inject a script tag where we shouldn't have been able to, due to the website interpreting the text as ASCII. CSP bypass lets us run arbitrary JavaScript by hijacking a trusted source. And we can use the admin bot as a puppet to get anything we want from the website. It didn't know any better. Stay safe, I'll see you in the next one.